This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction Incorporated.
Well, it's nice to get away and hit the road for a little vacation. Sometimes we don't always have time to do that. So when that's the case, why not stay home for a staycation?
And that's where a nice backyard can really come in handy. Round the kids up, head outside for a barbecue and a little fun and some games. You would not believe what you can do to a backyard these days. And as Delmarva Life Sean Stryker is about to show you, a few simple upgrades could have you never wanting to leave home.
Your backyard can be, well, just a plain backyard, or with a little creativity and imagination, it can be transformed into an oasis, a getaway from your everyday life.
The backyard should be whatever makes you happy after a long day at work, and it could be a little bit of anything.
Brian Spicer, owner of Spicer Brothers Construction, says he set out to do just this, and he knew what would make him happy would be an outdoor kitchen.
You know, cooking outside has been a staple in my family forever. We could find a reason to cook outside and hang out. It doesn't need to be a holiday. So everything we do here that I do pretty much outside is catered around my love for barbecuing and just being outside. Our neighbors come over, friends, family, just try to have something that can accommodate all.
Brian tried to have his dream outdoor kitchen built, but when he couldn't find anyone to give him exactly what he wanted, he decided to do it himself. And he centered it around this all-in-one wood pellet grill.
Wood pellet grill it's an innovative cooking appliance. So for those people that want to build an outdoor kitchen, and what they typically find is they run into the need for multiple appliances. Whereas this grill, although they're not cheap, they do save money because it's an all-in-one. On low temperatures, it's a smoker. Your medium temperatures, it's an oven just like the house. You can bake cookies in it. We've baked cookies in it. We can do pork chops. You can sear a steak at high temperatures over open flame, burgers, everything. You can do whatever you can do in any appliance in the house with this one appliance.
These grills run off wood pellets. Brian says one bag typically costs as much as and lasts as long as a 5-gallon propane tank, and they provide a nice, even temperature for cooking.
You put the pellets in, you dump them in, you set it to the desired temperature for whatever you're cooking, and you basically forget it. I mean, you don't have to flip. It's pretty much the convection of it. You're cooking, everything is continuously cooking and consistently cooking. Whatever you put on it, chicken wings, chicken, whatever, it's cooking all the way around it.
And what would a backyard getaway be without a little fun and games? Brian says cornhole has quickly become a favorite at his family gatherings.
Going back to backyard barbecuing, family and friends, it used to be horseshoes when I was a kid. Now, coming up, you know, just the recent years, it's cornhole boards. Everyone loves them.
So Brian, on its most basic level, what is cornhole?
It's a beanbag toss where you get 3 points if you get it in the hole, 1 if you get it on the board.
All right, let's give it a try.
Okay, you first.
Okay. Oh. We both need a little practice. While most cornhole boards are made from wood, that's not the case with Brian's. He makes his from a PVC material, which he says will never rot. And of course, the option to customize them can add a nice, personalized touch.
You can customize the art on them. You get tired of that art, you can rip it off and put some new art on them, and you still have the same boards.
And whether he's playing cornhole, cooking up a nice meal, or going for a swim, Brian says it's nice to be able to just hang out with his family.
So it basically just, you know, we have a big backyard for whatever, anything and everything. So we've made our backyard pretty much just things that we have always enjoyed. There's nothing better than enjoying your backyard.
And take a look at these Delmarva Life cornhole boards that Brian made for us. Pretty slick,
They are, very nice.
We'll give it a shot?
All right, here
Let's
goes. Woo!
Yeah, we're a little close, so we thought we'd try to change the rules.
Hot dog it a little bit. Hey, how about that? So now that you see you can have these cool boards made, or just how fun and functional your outside space can be, maybe you have to make a little room to make that happen.
And if that involves cutting down a dead tree or two, you might be intimidated as to what to do with a stump. In
today's Angie's List report, we tell you when you should try to get rid of it yourself or when you should call in a professional. Removing a dead tree, including the stump, requires a lot of equipment, muscle, and know-how. And someone who has a know-how is arborist John Novoselsky. John's been removing trees and grinding stumps for nearly 20 years and says it can be a dangerous job, especially if homeowners are trying it on their own.
If there's a stump that's out on the back 40 in someone's backyard, there's no glass around, there are no parked vehicles around, there's no kids around, you feel safe, you feel confident, absolutely. If you got to think about it twice, then I'd say call us.
But if conditions prove safe and you still want to conquer the job yourself, Angie Hicks from Angie's List says there are a few things you need to consider.
If you're going to try to tackle removing a stump on your own and do it manually, you're going to need a lot of tools, a strong spade, for example, and a lot of muscle, to be honest. And you want to make sure you're not digging too close to the stump when you go to dig it out, and you're going to have to dig out each individual root.
Another thing, was stump removal part of your original tree cutting deal?
What many people don't realize is it's usually an extra charge in order to have the stump removed.
Angie says it's usually cheaper to hire a pro than renting a stump grinder for the day, which can cost $150 to $200 for an 18-inch diameter stump. Angie adds larger stumps will cost you more. And while any reputable tree service can handle the job, she says make sure you ask to see their liability insurance to make sure they're covered should something go wrong.
When you ask me for my liability policy, I call my insurance carrier and they ship that to you with an out-of-state postmark, with their letterhead, on one of their envelopes. So that's about as valid as you can get.
John adds, once a stump is gone, you can plant another tree nearby, but not on that exact spot. Now, if you want to grow grass over the area, Angie says to simply cover the spot with a couple inches of topsoil and lay your seeds. In 6 to 8 weeks, no one will ever know the tree was there.
Nice. Well, it's always nice to complete a home project by yourself or to create something really great from an ordinary, everyday object. So coming up next, we're going to hear the story behind this cigar box guitar, why its sound is so unique, and just what the draw is for so many artists.
And this harp player is still enjoying the art of music at 91 years of age. Up next, how her talent has evolved over the years and why some things never change.
Well, Carrie's Camp will be bringing some of the best gospel music of the South right here to Delmarva. Coming up, we'll tell you about some of those performances and how you can get out to check out the music. Delmarva Life will be right back.